Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Heather Lewis, and today we are going to be making over this nightstand for my new bedroom. I just had to get the one piece of hardware off, and now that that's off, I'm cleaning this nightstand with Dawn dish soap. You want to make sure to go back and rinse it off with just warm water. You don't want to leave that soap residue left behind. Now that the cleaning is over, we are ready to step right into paint. We are going to be using Farmhouse Paint today in the color Indigo. And because we are using Farmhouse Paint, I do not need a prime and I don't need a top coat either because it is an all-in-one paint. For that reason, Farmhouse Paint is a super quick and easy solution to your furniture flip. You're able to do it in a day or two. I am going to be using their product called Tex Coat, and I'm going to be mixing that into the paint today, which is going to make a textured finish. And then I also have some really cool ideas for the drawer fronts, so you'll just have to stick around and watch till we get to that point. As I'm opening up this paint, I am realizing how beautiful this indigo blue color really is. I am also going to be mixing that Tex Coat in. Like I had mentioned, it's pretty much just like a salt looking solution, and for every 5 parts paint, you're going to want to mix in 3 parts of the Tex Coat, and then make sure you stir it really well, and when you're actually applying it, make sure to apply very thin layers. It took 2 coats to achieve full coverage on this nightstand, and even with the Tex Coat and its texture, it was very easy to apply. I would have thought that maybe it would have been a little more difficult to apply to the piece, but that was not the case at all. After the second coat was dry, you could really see how much texture there was, and I was really enjoying it because this is such a unique product and it's so cool to look at and feel, and texture is really in right now too. Now for the second part of this makeover, I am using this stencil that I got off of Amazon, and I'm also going to be using the Crystal Fusion with the metallics paint. The goal here is to just tint the Crystal Fusion, so you don't want to use too much of the metallics paint. The reason for using Crystal Fusion is because it reflects and shows the paint color underneath with clarity while also reflecting light. Now because I am tinting it a little bit, that does lessen, but if you didn't want to tint it, you would definitely see the effects of this much more. After the metallics paint was mixed in, which is also called liquid gold, I then gave it a good stir and applied it to a stencil just like I would any other stencil. To apply the product to the stencil, I just used a paintbrush, but you could also definitely use an artist brush for this if you want to make sure you're being more careful. After it was starting to dry up, you could definitely see the really pretty reflection from the crystals in the sun. Now that it is drying up, let's get some hardware on and show you guys the final reveal.